Good morning, cowboys and cowgirls. Hope you're doing well on this Thursday morning. It's Thursday morning here in West Michigan. It is 8:09 in the morning. I am just waking up. Well, I've been up since, I think 7 o'clock. And making a fresh pot of coffee. And getting my diary ready to write down my solitary existence here in the last days of the American Empire. Outside it's going to be another hazy, humid, sunny day. I don't plan to go anywhere. My wife should be home from work any time. So I better get this video done. Yesterday I read all day this crime fiction Blue Bell by Andrew Vekas. I think this is the fourth one I've read in this series of this. Like it says here, Burke is an ex-con whose time inside honed his survival skills to a razor edge. He's an unlicensed private investigator who is an expert on the dangerous and the degenerate design of the part of New York City where neon is the only light, sexual perversion and violence are the only religions, and anything imaginable or unimaginable can be bought. He's the tightly wound engine that drives Bluebell, every bit as electrifying as Andrew Vekas' first two Burke novels, Flood and Straga, but more shocking still as Burke uncovers a brand of depravity even he is not prepared for. So it's in this Burke series, and I read this all day. I did leave the house, check some local thrift stores for used books, and I found this at the local Goodwill, Upside Down, a primer for the looking glass world. This is by Eduardo Galindo. This is translated out of Spanish by Mark Fried. Eduardo Galindo, one of the Latin America's most distinguished writers, journalists, and historians, is the author of the Memory of Fire trilogy, Open Veins of Latin America, Soccer and Sun and Shadow, and many other works. I did have another book by him in our library. This is his book, Mirrors, Stories of Almost Everyone, translated by Mark Fry. This is also by Eduardo Galindo. So I have two books by him now in our collection. And then I found at the Goodwill, Conquest of a Continent, Siberia and the Russians by W. Bruce Lincoln. I have two other books by him in our library. The Romanist Autocrats of all of the Russias by W. Bruce Lincoln, and then Between Heaven and Hell, the story of 1,000 years of artistic life in Russia by W. Bruce Lincoln. So I found those yesterday at the local thrift stores. So that's about it. This is a Thursday, tomorrow's a Friday. I go back to the Book Nook tomorrow. Lately at the Book Nook, I haven't really come across anything. Well, I did come across what's today? Monday, I got the novel by Howard Jacobson, his novel Jay. I had it already, but mine was a paperback, and I found a hardback. He's a British writer. I collect his writings. that's about it. I got out to read, well, yesterday when I got up in the morning, I read Blue Bell. I didn't really read any of my Christian books, but I got out to read this morning John, interpreted by early Christian and medieval commentators. I've been showing this for months. I haven't really gotten that far in it. Look at, I'm on page 104, and it's 640 something pages. But right now I can't think of anything else to read as far as Christian literature. Nothing's really been grabbing me. You've been a Christian as long as I have, 49 years. You've read almost everything that really interests you. What I should do is just read the Bible and just meditate, pray, and contemplate. So I'm making a video on my really oldest camera because I just felt like it. So that's what's going on here in my book world. It's a Thursday here in West Michigan. It is 8:15 in the morning. It is August the 16th. My existence keeps flowing by. I feel like these days, as I just turned 66 years old, I feel like I'm on a plane and I'm on a holding pattern and I'm waiting to land and I don't know when I'm going to land. My wife says I need a project. I need a goal. I need to do something. But I never really wanted to do anything in my life except be a gospel minister. And that's about it. And when that never came about, I've always just been kind of waiting it out, just kind of drifting, praying for the Lord to save me and bring me to glory. Besides that, I don't really know. Like I said, I look at the world as a vast wasteland. Now, it's not saying I don't find some beauty in the world. And I love birds and love blue sky and sunny days. I like autumn and the coming of spring and flowers, and I like rushing rivers and mountains and things like that. So it's not like I totally hate the materialistic world, but I just don't find the world a fun house. I just don't. To me, I look at the world as an insane asylum. I mean, you look at what's going on in Washington, D.C., you look at what's going on in the world, you look at what's going on, and you think, hey, is this really a fun place to hang out? I don't know. I have my doubts. But I keep living because you got to live by faith. You got to believe that your life does have purpose and meaning, even though at times it kind of like you don't really know. But that's always been the way. I never really know why I was created except to know God and to enjoy Him forever. And besides that, that's about it. I never wanted to be anything except a gospel minister, and that's it. So now here I am at 66 years old, been married 49 years, got a wonderful wife, wonderful children, wonderful grandchildren. I have a really blessed life, but I still find the house, I find this world to be just kind of crazy place. So what I do is I hang out inside this house, the hermit hut. I read, I write, I wait, I drift, and I make videos about my life as a Christian bookworm. So anyway, I'll sign off. It is now 8:18. I got a fresh pot of coffee. I'll write in my diary. I'll read some medieval exegesis on the Gospel of John. Wait for my wife to get home. And yeah, life will just keep going by until the Lord calls me home. So hoping you're having a good day. Until next time, bye.